Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. In this episode, I'll be doing a what-if scenario, and that is, what if Qui-gon Jinn did not die at the end of the Phantom Menace? If you're enjoying the videos, please give them a like, share, and subscribe to the channel so I can continue making them for you. Rewinding to the Phantom Menace, what if Qui-gon Jinn never died? During the fight between Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan against Darth Maul, Obi-Wan is knocked back and separated from the fight. Although sensing that Darth Maul is a powerful fighter, Qui-Gon would hold back, opting to go on more of the defensive. This would give Obi-Wan time to catch up, although he would still be stuck behind a single force field. During this moment, Darth Maul would strike Qui-Gon in the leg, injuring him, and then blast him with a powerful force push, knocking him unconscious. Just as Maul is about to strike Qui-Gon on the ground, the force field opens up and Obi-Wan is able to save his master from Maul's fatal blow. Obi-Wan, heated, would then engage Darth Maul. During the battle, Obi-Wan would fight courageously until Darth Maul blasted Obi-Wan away with a force push as well, leaving him to dangle for his life as Maul kicks his lightsaber down the reactor shaft. Using quick thinking, Obi-Wan would use the Force to grab his unconscious master's lightsaber, while at the same time propelling himself over Maul, where he would defeat the Sith by cutting him in half. Qui-Gon would regain consciousness to find out that Obi-Wan had successfully taken care of Darth Maul. The two of them would then head to Coruscant to discuss the matter with the Jedi Council. Obi-Wan would be given the rank of Jedi Knight for destroying Darth Maul while Qui-Gon was unconscious.
Confer on you the level of Jedi Knight, the Council does.
He is headstrong, and he has much to learn of the living force, but he is capable. There is little more he can learn from me.
For the same reasons, Qui-Gon would ask Obi-Wan to take on the task of training Anakin. Obi-Wan would at first decline, but Qui-Gon insisted that he was the one who defeated Darth Maul, and if it was not for him, he would be dead. He would finally agree to train the boy because his old master asked him to.
I will train Anakin.
Agree with you, the Council does. Your apprentice, Skywalker, will be.
Obi-Wan then showed up to the victory celebration on Naboo with his new Padawan Anakin Skywalker, although Qui-Gon Jinn would not be there. Asking Obi-Wan to train Anakin, Qui-Gon Jinn had disappeared, thought to have finally left the Jedi Order due to having different ideals. Fast forward 10 years to the assassination attempt on Senator Padme Amidala, which takes place on Coruscant. All the events take place as they would in the normal timeline, such as Obi-Wan and Anakin being assigned to protect Padme, Obi-Wan going to Kamino to discover the clone army, Anakin and Padme falling in love, Obi-Wan tracking Jango Fett to Geonosis, and Anakin murdering the Sand People. Obi-Wan would get captured by the Separatists, where he would be greeted in his cell by Count Dooku. Count Dooku would then try to convince Obi-Wan to join him.
What if I told you that the Republic was now under the control of the Dark Lord of the Sith?
No, that's not possible. The Jedi would be aware of it.
You must join me, Obi-Wan. And together, we will destroy the Sith.
I will never join you, Dooku.
It's a great pity that our paths have never crossed before, Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon always spoke very highly of you.
Qui-Gon Jinn would never join you.
Don't be so sure, my young Jedi. You forget that he was once my apprentice, just as you were once his.
Suddenly from out of the shadows, a dark figure appears to say, "Hello, Obi-Wan, my old apprentice." "Qui-Gon, is that really you? What are you doing here? I thought you might have been killed. You left the Order 10 years ago, and no one has heard anything or seen you since. I see you've become a wise and powerful Jedi, just as I had foreseen. I'm sorry for the deception, Obi-Wan. You see, I left because there were many things I did not agree with. I did not want to get you involved at the time. Why are you here with Dooku? I know it's hard for you to understand, but we're all on the same side. Dooku is right. Together we can bring peace and order to the galaxy." I don't believe what I'm hearing. Please, Obi-Wan, you must realize this is the only way. I'm sorry, Qui-Gon, but my allegiance is to the Republic, to the Jedi Order. I'm sorry too then, my old Padawan. Qui-Gon and Dooku leave. Anakin and Padme attempt to rescue Obi-Wan, but get captured as well. They are then sentenced to execution in the arena. Mace Windu and many Jedi show up, but many die before Yoda shows up with the clones. In pursuit of Count Dooku, Anakin and Obi-Wan track him down to the secret hangar where Qui-Gon is already waiting. Qui-Gon, is that really you? Anakin, it is good to see you. I sense that you have become a powerful Jedi. Obi-Wan has trained you well.
You're gonna pay for all the Jedi that you killed today.
We'll take him together. You're going slowly on the left.
Taking him now!
No, Anakin, no! No!
I had hoped you would sense that this was the only way. Only together can we all overpower the Sith and bring balance. No, I'm sorry, but I cannot. Then I'm sorry, my old apprentice. You were right, Dooku. Qui-Gon then gives a nod to Dooku to engage. Count Dooku then ignites his red lightsaber. He and Obi-Wan then engage in battle while Qui-Gon stands to watch. Eventually, Dooku is able to strike Obi-Wan in the arm and leg, bringing him to the ground. Count Dooku gets ready to provide the final blow to Obi-Wan, but Anakin, becoming conscious, leaps into battle, blocking Dooku and saving his master.
Brave of you, boy.
Obi-Wan, then using the Force, pulls his lightsaber to him and throws it to Anakin. Igniting the second lightsaber, Anakin and Dooku engage in battle. This time, while blocking Dooku with one lightsaber, he is able to cut off his arms with the other. Dooku is then on his knees, being held hostage by Anakin's two lightsabers. Dooku looks to Qui-Gon in horror as Anakin beheads him. Anakin, I see you have become much more powerful than anyone could have imagined. This confirms that you are indeed the Chosen One. Together you must come with me and complete your training so we can defeat the Sith and bring balance to the Force. No, you have betrayed the Jedi. You will pay for what you have done. Anakin runs at Qui-Gon, who ignites his crimson red lightsaber and destroys one of Anakin's sabers at first touch, and with his second swing slices off one of Anakin's arms and force pushes him towards Obi-Wan. You see, Anakin, this is why you need guidance. Only then will you be powerful enough to fulfill your destiny. Those are the last words Qui-Gon says before leaving on his ship, just as Yoda arrives with Padme and a group of clone troopers. Qui-Gon flies to the industrial sector of Coruscant where he meets up with Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious finds out that the war has begun and is pleased. What of Tyrannus? He has been killed by Anakin, as planned. Good. You've done well, Qui-Gon. No longer will you be Dooku's apprentice. Now you will take his place at my side as my new apprentice. You shall henceforth be known as Darth Defian. I accept this with great honor. Meanwhile, at the Jedi Council, Obi-Wan tells Yoda and Mace Windu that he believes Qui-Gon has joined the dark side and that he was with Count Dooku on Geonosis. They are astonished to find out that Qui-Gon is still alive and working with Darth Sidious. The Clone Wars still begin as they do in the normal timeline, and Anakin still ends up marrying Padme on Naboo. Although in the back of young Anakin's mind lays the thought that maybe he should have joined Qui-Gon, that maybe he still can. It has been 3 years since the start of the Clone Wars, and Darth Defian and Sidious still remain elusive. Anakin, now a Jedi Knight, and Obi-Wan, now a Jedi Master, execute a mission above Coruscant to rescue Chancellor Palpatine.
Chancellor,
Are you alright?
Now, because Count Dooku has already been killed in this timeline, it is General Grievous who confronts Anakin and Obi-Wan.
General Kenobi, we've been waiting for you. And Anakin Skywalker.
Who together make quick work of him, with Anakin ultimately being the one who leaps over Grievous and takes off his head mid-jump in the finishing blow. They rescue the Chancellor and return to Coruscant, where Anakin is reunited with his wife Padme, who reveals she is pregnant.
Annie, I'm pregnant.
Later that night, Anakin, while sleeping, has a vision of Padme dying in childbirth. He then vows that he will not let this dream come true.
It was only a dream.
I won't let this one become real.
The Jedi Council has a meeting to discuss the war and how it should be coming to an end soon.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Yoda proposes he goes to Kashyyyk as he has good relations with the Wookiees.
Go, I will. Good relations with the Wookiees I have.
Meanwhile, Anakin is summoned to meet Chancellor Palpatine at the Opera House, where Palpatine tells him about the tragedy of Darth Plagueis in an attempt to sway him to the dark side.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
After this, Palpatine reveals himself to Anakin as Darth Sidious. Shocked, Anakin ignites his lightsaber and contemplates striking down the Dark Lord, but knows that only through him can he discover the power to save Padme. He decides to turn him over to the Jedi Council instead.
I'm going to turn you over to the Jedi Council.
Anakin tells Mace Windu and Obi-Wan, who's not away on Utapau in this timeline, that he believes Palpatine is the other Sith Lord they've been looking for.
How do you know this? He knows the ways of the Force. He's been trained to use the dark side.
They tell Anakin to wait in the council chamber for their return.
Wait in the council chambers until we return.
The group of Jedi Masters, including Obi-Wan, go to confront Darth Sidious.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor.
However, Darth Defiant steps out behind them. The Jedi Masters are surrounded and get ready to fight. Darth Sidious engages Mace Windu and 3 other Jedi Masters, killing 3 of them within seconds. While this happens, Obi-Wan and Defiant engage each other, once master and apprentice, now proposed enemies. Meanwhile, Anakin, overcome with anxiety, decides to leave the council chambers and heads out to where the others are. Back at the battle, Mace Windu and Sidious fight, but in this timeline, Sidious does not hold back against him, killing Mace Windu with a powerful blast of Force lightning. Just then, Anakin arrives to find Sidious watching as Defiant has his saber locked with Obi-Wan's. Anakin, get out of here. You must contact Master Yoda. Just then, Defiant breaks the saber lock with Obi-Wan and quickly lunges at Sidious, who quickly locks his saber with him. Traitor! Look, now is our only chance. Anakin, strike him now. You are the chosen one. Only you can bring balance to the Force. Anakin approaches with his saber ignited. Conflicted, he swipes at Defiant, who then switches and locks sabers with him. Anakin, what are you doing? This is our only chance to defeat the Sith. Just then, Sidious blasts Defiant with Force lightning out the window. Obi-Wan, with all his power, Force pushes Anakin against Sidious, knocking his lightsaber out of his hands. Obi-Wan uses the Force to grab Anakin's saber and runs out the building. Anakin then picks up Darth Defiant's saber and is taken as Sidious's new apprentice. He is named Darth Vader as in the normal timeline.
You shall be known as Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan goes to meet up with Master Yoda in a remote location in space and reveals to him that Palpatine was Darth Sidious and that Anakin has joined him. Meanwhile, Order 66 is executed just as it is in the normal timeline. Obi-Wan and Yoda are together when it happens and realize they must head back to the temple if they are to save anyone. Upon returning to the temple, they destroy any clone troopers and set a new beacon telling all Jedi to stay away.
I have recalibrated the code, warning all surviving Jedi to stay away.
Yoda heads off to face Sidious, and just like in the normal timeline, he fails to defeat him. Just as in the normal timeline, Obi-Wan finds Anakin by sneaking onto Padme's ship, and Padme gets Force choked by Anakin. Anakin and Obi-Wan then face one another. They have a heated battle, but ultimately Anakin is able to defeat Obi-Wan by jumping over him and putting his saber through his chest. I'm sorry, Master. Just then, Qui-Gon appears to cut Anakin in half. You were meant to bring balance to the Force. Anakin falls to the lava pit and is burnt just like in the normal timeline. Obi-Wan dies in the arms of Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon ultimately takes the place of Obi-Wan in this timeline. He brings Luke to Tatooine to train him when he is older. Leia goes to Alderaan with Senator Organa, and Yoda goes to Dagobah into exile. Darth Vader rises up, and him and Sidious start their rule of the Empire. Alright everyone, that is it for part 3 in this series. Thanks for watching. What do you think of what happened? What would be different for you? Let me know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. I hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.